Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get you through your Friday.
Today's checkout features Rob Ward, CEO and co-founder of Quadlock. Now 10 years old, Quadlock is a case mounting system for people with active lifestyles, whether this be driving, riding, cruising, running, golfing, cycling, or even singing. Quadlock has all your phone mounting needs covered. Quadlock started in Australia and is now sold in over 100 countries and has annual revenue exceeding $100 million. Better still, it's entered the vernacular with so many people no longer mounting their phones, but rather quad-locking their phones. Rob, thank you for joining us on The Checkout. We've obviously learned a lot about Quadlock and you've taken us behind the scenes there, which has been fantastic. We're here to learn a little bit more about you. All right, so 5 quick questions. Number 1, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
Yeah, I think this is a tricky one, but I think I'll go with something quite reasonably recent. And it was, I actually bought a boat online. And I think, it was during lockdown. You couldn't go look at stuff, all these kind of things. There's no boats around. But it's maybe not the weirdest, but I think it shows how far trust has come online, that we can get on, look at something, maybe a video chat, more photos, more this. You can get your confidence up to go, I haven't seen this thing in real life, but I'll buy it. And usually you'd want to kick the tires. You wouldn't kick the tires on a boat, but you'd probably ask more questions if you rocked up and had tires. But yeah, buying that boat was kind of, I think it was more, I think it's more telling of just, how maybe it's just because I've lived on Zoom and online and just done business all over the world for so long. I'm just used to it now. I think I'm too normalized to that kind of behavior, but yeah. But you know what? Worked out fine. Worked out great, in fact.
I've got to assume a Quadlock was one of the first things to go on that boat.
Oh, I bought it for that, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Product research, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, number 2. Who is your favourite retailer?
It's an unpopular answer, I'd say. But I think probably the retailer I use the most, so they're definitely not my favourite brand. My favourite retailer is...
We already know where this is going.
Amazon.
Yes.
It's just so damn easy. And I've sold on Amazon for 10 years now in other countries. It hasn't been here that long, but been quite aware of what that business is and does. Not all of it's good, to be honest. It's a bit of a hypocrite. But if I need batteries to go on my kid's toy the next day, or my Phoenix 5 went flat, couldn't find it, and I need it charged by tomorrow, Sunday morning, got on, ordered, come Sunday night, charged the thing up. It's just too freakishly good. And they've done that for a long time elsewhere in the other countries of the world. They're so Amazonified. It really does set the bar very high. The customer's always right. So it's the reality of the world we're living in. So I don't think you can shy away from it, but it's what is going to happen. And I feel, just conversations I had, Aussies are still getting caught, Aussie e-com still getting caught out of the beast that Amazon's going to be. I don't know if you saw their numbers, they've tripled their stock holdings, they've doubled their marketing spend.
Yeah.
They're setting up new logistics. Yeah. They don't need to make any money here for years, and they'll turn around in 1 year and pay it all back. It's just,
exactly.
So they're a beast, they're a behemoth, but they do it well. But like I said, not my favorite brand. I like, not even the best shopping experience really in some regards. If I want to buy something for my wife, I go to a door because I know it'll probably be good. I'll still get it quick, nice experience, all the rest. I know I like Patagonia, I buy my puffer jacket and I'm riding home from Eurobike in Germany. I crash the bike, rip my jacket. I get back to Melbourne, send it to Patagonia. They send it back to me with a patch on it. They don't even charge me. I'm like, that is amazing. That's the stuff I really love. But if I'm honest, I just open up the app and buy stuff off Amazon all the time.
I'm guilty of it as well. We're in lockdown at the moment. I got the old COVID diagnosis a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
And we downloaded some games on the Switch for the kids, and all of a sudden hit the limit on the Switch memory, and it was like, I need a memory card.
No.
I don't have any micro SD cards. It was there the next morning at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I was like, no other retailer you can get that from at the moment.
It just can't. It's not going to happen. Yeah.
Are you selling through Amazon via?
We've done it all.
Yeah, okay.
We've sold on Amazon. We've been an Amazon sold product.
Yep.
And years ago, we went to just the lowest level, Seller Central.
Yeah.
And that works well for us.
Cool.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Nice. Number 3, which e-commerce practice do you wish was history?
Oh, I think there's a few of them. But I think probably the biggest one is just that, eternal discounting, forever discounting, discount. I just think it's lazy. There's so many other things retailers can do. Anyone can pull the discount lever, and it's a race to the bottom. We always talk about, let's do the hard things first. Let's change the messaging. Let's optimize the site. Let's do better content. Let's do something interesting, because you see retailers do it. They start pulling it for a little bit more. This is one way it goes.
You can fire the bullets and be left with nothing pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, and I think, the period we're going into now with consumer spending, cost of living going up, I don't think wages will be moving anywhere. Don't know where some retailers will go with that.
Yeah. No, good point. And I think going back to our main episode where we talked about creating an ecosystem, going into specific passions, knowing your customer, all this sort of stuff, you've built up a really great product and brand where price isn't the central point for customers.
Well, it's not central point at all. No. Yeah, it's what is the core problem? And the big thing for me around the discounting is it's just not sustainable from a business point or from an environmental point. You want people to buy something that they need, they get it, they feel good, they come back. Not just buy because it's cheap. It's not sustainable for the business or that. And at the end of the day, you see businesses, what ends up happening is every time you're doing it, you're training the customer.
Yeah.
Cheap. Only buy when we're cheap. Come back when we're cheap.
Yeah.
Wait till we're cheap. All these things. There are all these things that are being...
Just lowers the perceived value straight away.
100%. And then at a point in time, all you're doing is, your differentiator's price. It's not going to work out because someone can do it cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah. No, great points. All right. Number 4, can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
You mean other than Add to Cart? Yeah.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. If I'm honest, it's bad. I don't read that much, but I do research a lot, and I look and I read a lot of little bits of information from all over the place. But one thing I do like when I'm gathering the information is I like the only real habit I probably have is like the Pivot podcast. Co-host with Scott Galloway. I really enjoy that. I think it's just little bits of news, current tech things. I like looking for trends and patterns.
Yeah.
Trying to understand, in this business, we're always trying to aiming where things are going, not for where they are right now.
Yeah.
And so often when you're aiming for where it's going, you've got to be good at reading between the lines.
Yeah.
And I like gathering that kind of information. I think that podcast is good for that.
Yeah, it's a great one. And I'm loving that trend of podcasts where it's firing a bunch of different information at you, which is kind of forward thinking and kind of just get you thinking every day. It won't have all the answers and it won't dive deep into a subject.
Yeah, and I like that when it's not necessarily about having the answers. It's about like looking for the lessons.
Yeah.
Looking for the lessons. So similarly, you can go and listen to podcasts like this that talk about, how people got here, what they've done over time. Nathan Shan from Founder, he does that with like lots of different people. If you sign up to those things and you try and look for like, I'm going to do what they do, it's a different point in time, different product, different. I see that all the time. People want like I don't know, the 10 steps to success, the playbook. Yeah. And you're kind of like, no. There's still really good info, but it's about how did that work for them? What can you apply to it? Look for the lessons, not for the actual what to do.
Perfect advice. I love it. All right. Finish this sentence. The future of retail is?
The customer.
Nice.
I think it's the future of retail is probably a lot like the past. It's the customer. I don't think it matters whether you're online or whether you're offline. It sort of starts with the customer and it finishes with the customer. And I think if we look at the businesses, like you think about winners and losers. Businesses that take the best care of their customers over an extended period of time. That's, convenience. It's like good customer support, big on shipping, delivery, product expectation, meeting the product expectation, all these kind of things. Those companies that do that really well, and look at Amazon, they've done that well for a long, long time. People trust them. They buy a lot from them. And other great retailers do that. I think they have the potential to win, but I also think the reason why that looking after customers is so important, because the other thing I could have said is becoming a destination. And I think in the world we're in at the moment, where everyone pays a big Google tax, a big Facebook tax, a big whatever other taxes you pay, an Amazon tax if you're selling on Amazon, these kind of things, you really need the customer to sort of start and finish their buying, experience with you on your site. You don't want them to start on Google Shopping. You don't want them to start here. You need them to start with you. So it comes back to, looking after the customer, taking care of the relationship with that customer. And when you can do that, and as a brand, we don't mind if they walk into the store instead of typing into they can even type in quadlockcase.com.au, buy there. Or if they go to 99 Bikes down the road and they go grab the Quadlock, it's still all good, right?
Yeah.
They're getting a good service. They're being looked after, all this. You've got to be that destination. I think for a retailer, it's getting them to start the search with you. And if you're a brand, it's that they're not looking for the widget, they're looking for your brand. So I think, customer, and if you look after the customer, you become the destination. You're not going to be like it's a bit of a race to the bottom, to be honest. There's a lot of retailers spending a lot of their money just trying to buy little Google Shopping ads. And that's the difference between them or the other one. And sometimes they win it, sometimes someone else wins it. And if you get a customer or not, and it's in charge by someone else, that's not good for a retailer.
You don't want them to mount it, you want them to quadlock it.
That's right.
Yeah, beautiful. Rob, thank you so much for joining us on Checkout.
Thank you.
To hear more from Rob, jump back into episode 177, where Rob shares the journey of how he started Quadlock with his co-founder, Chris. It's a brilliant story, given they were completely bootstrapped up until a certain scale, and they have scaled responsibly. I really enjoyed hearing Rob's approach to growth. You wouldn't believe that it actually starts with a novelty bottle opener. We also discuss how they approach Quadlock ripoffs, the beauty of having limited SKUs, and why they are focusing on the direct-to-consumer model to serve their customers better.
Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart.